It doesn't get any bigger than this. AC Law and Texas A&M take on Kevin Durant and Texas. The Aggies and the Horns add a new chapter to an epic rivalry. Here are the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. First of all, for the visitors from College Station, AC Law and Dominic Kurt at the guard positions. Josh Carter and Joseph Jones at the forwards. And at center, the big fella from Lithuania, Antanas Kavaliauskas. And for the Texas Longhorns, it'll be Augustine, Abrams, and Justin Mason, along with Damian James and Kevin Durant, number 35, and the oldest of the group of sophomores. You look at Billy Gillespie in his third season as the head man at A&M and has done simply a sensational job. At the other end of the court, Rick Barnes, 9th year as the head coach at Texas. Another sensational job by him as well. John Higgins, our referee tonight. The ball is in the air. Working with him this evening, Larry Rose and Mike Wood as the two umpires.
Key for Texas, Ron, is to get it inside. It's probably going to be off the dribble. They need to shoot free throws.
AC Law looks into the eyes of Augustine. Damian James. A&M comes right back, and AC Law will push it up the court strongly.
They will go inside early. That's their bread and butter. 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
You see James inside trying to front Joseph Jones.
Yes.
Not an easy task.
And the key is to pressure the passers. Make it difficult.
Kavaliauskas, offensive foul called.
Kevin Durant, we talk about the brilliant scoring, but an underrated defender gets his chest in the way, picks up a charge early.
So Kavaliauskas' first foul, first team foul.
Ron, they don't have a go-to inside scorer outside of Durant. So what they're going to need to do is attack off the dribble like that.
Durant got it.
Can score a lot of different ways. We've seen it all year.
Lob inside. Kavaliauskas that time got behind the defender, and the pass nicely done.
Kavaliauskas, one of the most improved players in the league. They're so good at going high-low.
Well, you are so right on as Durant shoots a three and knocks it down.
Ron, Kavaliauskas opened on him in the first game, and Durant had his way. So look for Billy Gillespie to rotate defenders on the freshman.
Have to wonder what Coach Gillespie is thinking about right now with him opening 2 for 2 as that three-pointer goes down. Joseph Jones.
He can shoot it. He's got a nice touch. 36% from the arc this year.
And if you're not going to respect him, he proves you are going to have to come out here and guard me. Kavaliauskas outside working against Durant. And as Fran said, there is no question from the time he walked in as a freshman, absolutely one of the most improved guys in the conference. Augustine falling away with that sound the jumper.
How about the stars so far? Durant and Augustine off to a quick start, as is Jones.
Law at the other end, and he'll score.
And right on cue, AC Law.
Would the Aggies need an answer? I don't care if it's at the end of the ball game or when it is. He's the guy.
I'm saying it doesn't matter what the question is.
Travel called by Larry Rose as Damian James, excited about getting the ball that open, forgot to put it on the floor and turns it over for the Horns.
Remember now, Texas is smaller, younger, not as physical. They will switch and play some zone as well.
Inside to Kavaliauskas. Back out to Kirk. Back to Kavaliauskas. Kirk will take the 17-footer. Not there. Rebounded. Damian James, Texas.
Damian James, highly recruited, has become a garbage man for Rick Barnes.
Abrams for three. Not there. Taken down by Durant, and a nice job. The ball stolen from him by Kirk. AC Law for three. Jones, the follow. Yes.
How about the soft touch? 2 of them now. 2 jumpers that Jones has shot and knocked around the rim.
Three-pointer Augustine.
Ron, I've said it a couple times this year. He reminds me of Jameer Nelson from St. Joe's, the former National Player of the Year.
Texas back on top, 10-9. Kavaliauskas takes care of that. Aggies back on top. I have a feeling we're going to have a whole bunch of those ties and changes of lead in this one. Augustine strong to the basket, and he was fouled at the other end.
I love that. You must attack A&M before they set up their half-court defense.
Talk about that and why, friend.
Well, they are so good when they get 5 bodies set, Ron. But I really do think you can spread them out in transition and attack them off the dribble. And remember what Jackson and Zeno from Texas Tech did in the second half against the Aggies in College Station. They drove the ball.
That's the second foul on Kavaliauskas. And quickly we see number 42, Marlon Pompey, about to check into the ball game. Also, Ashley will come in for Texas, replacing Damian James.
The reason that's important, Kavaliauskas was going at Durant early. That was Billy Gillespie's strategy. So now that he's on the bench with 2, that takes away a little bit of a weapon for Gillespie.
Mark that timed out, 16-10 as Augustine misses. And let's see how long if Billy Gillespie decides to hold him on the sideline.
It's a good point because he will place his big guys with 2 fouls in the first half.
There's Pompey, back out to Kirk, over in the corner. Long for Tree. Nope, not there.
Push off.
Jones got the hoop.
Smart play by Jones. He nudged Hatchley underneath the rim. Might want to call it a foul. Others will call it an intelligent play.
About to go into 15 minutes to play in this opening half. Texas A&M 13, Texas 11. Mason, the long bouncer to Durant. Law against him right now. Reverses the turnaround. Ashley tries for the rebound. Jones takes it away.
Well, let's see if Law stays.
Pompey at the other end, and he was fouled. Mason picks up the foul. 13-11. A&M on top. We'll be right back.
All right, sports fans, it's time to find Geico's #1 fan. Tonight's winner will receive Geico t-shirts, hats, and an upgrade to courtside seats, and could star in a real Geico commercial. Let's see who it's gonna be. It looks like we have a winner. Yes, we do, folks. How about that? Congratulations. And remember, saving money at Geico.com, so easy a caveman can do it.
Score delivery pizza.
Ouch!
Minus the delivery price. For fresh delivery taste without the delivery price, it's DiGiorno.
Ground control. We have a problem. Switching to lithium power.
I feel better already.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Energizer, keep going.
Are you one of the millions of people struggling to learn a new language? Well, thanks to our breakthrough software called Rosetta Stone, learning a new language is now incredibly easy and a whole lot faster.
I've probably learned more in the first 2 weeks than I have in months of taking formal classes.
Rosetta Stone is so fast and effective, it's used by the U.S. State Department, NASA, the U.S. Army, and Fortune 500 companies, and is the world's leading language learning software.
It's almost like having your own person there teaching you, your own private tutor who is just very relaxed in your home with you, sitting there teaching you the language.
Rosetta Stone is the fastest way to learn a new language. And to prove it, we'll send you our amazing demo CD, absolutely free when you call.
This really is a great program.
I believe that you can learn any language with this program.
So call now or visit our website and see for yourself why Rosetta Stone is the fastest way to learn a new language, guaranteed.
Our situation, we got 15-17 showing on the clock at a 2-point A&M lead.
Smart play by Jones. Keep your eye now right there. Didn't get a good look at it. See the little nudge in the back. And a heads-up play. Jones gets the basket. Now, as an ex-coach, Ron, always watch this on film. When a player leaves his feet and ends up somewhere else, it usually means a little nudge. That's not the Earth's rotation that caused Ashley to move, but a smart play.
Here are the numbers, Fran, from the first meeting over in College Station. An 18-point win by Texas A&M. When you look at the rebounds, 47-31, and this game has started off that way tonight. Texas only 1 rebound so far and 6 for the Aggies.
And that is critical because if Texas rebounds the defensive backboards, It's going to allow them to get out in transition, but there are no rebounds, or not many, when a team shoots so well early.
Pompey misses the first. Shooting from the field, A&M 6 of 9, Texas 4 of 7. And everything for the Aggies has been in the paint, with the exception of 3 points. Missed them both, but Pompey scrambles and gets the rebound.
Marlon Pompey and AC Law were 0-16 3 seasons ago. He is a hard-nosed guy.
Pompey traveled. Two turnovers against Texas A&M.
This is where it's more difficult to score in the half court, Ron, because Texas A&M does a great job with scouting reports and tendencies.
Durant gets the screen on the corner by Axley, and he stepped on the sideline, or dribbled on the sideline, one of the two. Second turnover against Texas.
It's really no surprise when you're 6'9" in that long gate. Kevin Durant didn't realize how close he was to the sideline.
Obviously.
Yeah, he takes up so much space.
And Rick Martin stood up with both hands out saying, what do you do? The court is only so wide.
He's like a condor.
That probably should be his nickname.
Bounce inside. Pompey. Spin move, taken away. Picked up again by the Aggies. Joseph Jones. Shot clock is now at 11. It'll be Texas basketball.
That whole play started with the steal by Durant. Remember, we talked about what an underrated defender he is. 50 steals, 49 blocks, and excellent defensive rebounding.
Augustine back off to Winder, and the senior misses his first shot attempt of the night, a three-pointer.
Remember, it's not a deep bench for Rick Martin. He's going to play some guys that maybe don't play.
Carter strong to the hoop.
How about Carter, known as a deep shooter, the best behind the arc in the country. Sophomore showing your versatility.
And Pompey called for a hand check.
Don't be surprised, Ron, if you see a lot of switching. You saw that time Pompey picked up Augustine. Billy Gillespie does not mind his big guys guarding the smaller, quicker players.
So Texas to inbound, the bouncer to Ashley, then back to Augustine. Augustine, spin move.
Yep.
Wow.
That's how you attack them now. You can beat them off the dribble. It's an excellent defensive team, but you got to take them individually where you can.
AC Law outside, Jones out high this time. Pompey, skip pass, Carter got it.
How about Josh Carter? Leads the country in threes, about 52%. Came to Texas A&M about 6'3.5", now 6'7". We saw the drive, Ron.
Winder picked up the foul, and he's going to go to the bench immediately. Opportunity for a 4-point play.
Ron, one thing I noticed in the last game, Carter has a tendency to kick his leg out when he shoots the three. It paid off in College Station, and I really believe that was a smart play because he got away with one there. That's a heads-up play.
6-point lead, Texas A&M. 13:20 left to play first half.
What a smart play by Carter.
Durant puts it on the floor. The ball is blocked by Pompey. It'll stay with Texas. 18 seconds on the shot clock.
You see the game plan. Texas trying to get to the basket, get to the foul line. Good play by Pompey.
Damian James for AJ.
Damian James comes back into the lineup, and he'll be replacing A.J. Abrams. Double team comes out quickly. Shot clock is at 7, down to 6, down to 5. Augustine for 3, not there. And as they battle for it, Jones comes away with the basketball. And here's Law. Bounce pass to Kirk, back out in the corner. Carter for 3, not there. And Jones misses on the follow.
Boy, that was a great play by Kirk to kick it out to Carter. He just didn't knock it down.
Everything in the sequence worked, you're right, except the shot. The double team. Out on Mason on the wing. Now Durant holds up, three-pointer, got it.
Not much Pompey can do with that. He was well defended. You know, great players make tough shots over good defenders.
Left alone is Kirk. He'll put up the three. Pompey on the run. Couldn't get it, and it'll be taken back by Pompey.
Aggies are getting loose ball rebounds right now. Remember, and they go zone. Texas goes zone, maybe to help now on the backboard.
Pompey tried to skip pass. Ball was tipped. Augustine.
A little fatigued by Augustine, because if he were fresh, he would have taken it to the rim. He had numbers.
Lob inside. Durant on the turnaround, not there. And the Aggies come away with the rebound. Dominic Kirk.
Texas likes this pace. The problem is they don't have the depth that A&M has.
Jones, the jumper, no. Actually with the rebound.
See Augustine a little bit winded, Ron. He's not pushing it like he did early.
Strong move, tries to get it to Ashley. Ashley wasn't ready for the pass, but he dropped it right down on the baseline.
Well, when you play against a team this good defensively, you've got to pick out one guy and attack him. This is where team defense can break down, but the Aggies are tough. They lead by 3.
It looks like nothing else on the road right now, proclaims GQ magazine.
Did you see that?
The interior positively oozes class, raves car magazine. Slick and sensuous, boasts the Washington Times. The most striking VW in recent memory, declares...
Okay, I get it already.
I think we were in a car commercial.
It happens to every guy. While you sleep, your skin dehydrates. Prepare to defeat dry skin with Gillette Dry Skin Hydrator and Body Wash. It combines a deep cleaning body wash with 3 times the hydrators for a powerful defense against dry skin. You'll step out of the shower feeling like you can take on the world. Gillette 2-in-1 Dry Skin Hydrator and Body Wash. Unleash the power of your shower.
Wednesday. Being a cop has always been dangerous.
I'd like in on this one.
You just got shot. But it's never been this deadly.
I'm an alarm clock.
They're targeting cops.
People gives it 4 stars with a cast to die for.
We already know the target of the next bomb. It's you.
ABC's Life on Mars. All new Wednesday at 10/9 Central after an all-new Lost on ABC.
ESPN, your NBA destination. The Mavericks battle Allen Iverson and the Pistons in Motown. Tonight at 7 Eastern on ESPN.
Hi, I'm John Scher, CEO and founder of Video Professor. I'm the guy that gives away the free computer learning lessons. Well, today I'm here to tell you about a great new product that many of you have been asking for. And here it is, how to buy and sell on eBay, and I'll give it to you free. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I can make you the next millionaire selling an attic full of baseball cards, but I can guarantee you that I'll teach you everything you need to know about eBay while cleaning out your garage and probably putting some money in your pocket at the same time. Now, I can do this because I know that once you try my lesson on eBay, you'll be so satisfied that the next time you need to learn anything about computers, you'll come back to Video Professor for all your computer learning needs. And with over 55 lessons on all of today's most popular computer programs, I know that there's more you'll want to learn. Call now and I'll send you eBay or any other lesson of your choice free. So what do you got to lose? Try my product.
Call 1-800-771-9502. That's 1-800-771-9502.
We've had the score tied 9 times. We've had 4 lead changes, and I can promise you it'll be over double that in the second half. That's how close these two teams are.
Texas has not matched the Aggies on the boards, but remember, there are a lot of loose ball rebounds the Aggies have come up with.
Texas now 6 of 11 from the free throw line.
How about Billy Gillespie, Ron? He coaches every game like he coaches every possession like he's down 20.
Yeah.
I told him today, I said, Billy, I think you're in the NCAA tournament. I'm not sure. You may be on the bubble, but I think you're going to be okay.
Come on. Surely he knew you were talking
Well,
tongue-in-cheek.
I'm not sure, but that's how tightly wound he is, and that's what makes him a great coach.
I agree with you.
That ball tip. Law comes back with it, and he was fouled.
Tell you what, excellent set play. They went zone, and they screened the middle, and Law got right into the crease.
Connor Atchley found himself wrong place at the wrong time. He picks up the foul, his second, and that's 17 fouls. 10 team fouls against the Aggies.
Well, actually, 2. Pittman 2, Ron. So here comes a smaller lineup now with Mason back. This guy has gotten better every year. And in my mind, Ron, I know I said it today, he's going to go in the top 15, 17 pick. Possibly the first senior taken.
Well, to me, he's got a lot of attributes that you don't see on that stat.
Yes, sir.
Leadership ability, you got to start with that.
You're right.
And just absolutely nerves of steel. How many times does he have to either win it or send it into overtime at the end of the game?
You're right.
In huge situations. James drives, shoots too hard. They battle for it. Law gets it back out. Pompey takes it, and he'll bounce it out to AC Law.
Excellent play because he didn't travel.
Durant pulls down the rebound. James looks back to Augustine. Plenty of time at a shot clock. Little opening. He'll drive it all the way to the hoop.
That's their game.
Billy Gillespie looks up and puts both hands, palms up to his team, saying, guys. See, Sloan had done a great job of cutting him off on the drive.
He did.
But then he was able to find the hole in the middle, put it on the floor, and get by them.
Tit for tat right there as Derek Rowland, Sloan's teammate, gets an opportunity. But Ron, you got to stay in front of him the whole possession. And remember, this is not about scouting reports and team defense. He took his man one-on-one and found the crease.
That foul is on Abrams, his second. And Rick Barnes is looking back at his bench, and I'm having to think that, yeah, he's going to get a replacement, and he does not want Abrams picking up a third foul in the first half, just as Kavanauskas has had to sit. Joseph Jones has come back, and we've seen him with some playing time since he got his 2. But all of these guys, Joseph is on the bench right now, along with Kavanauskas, and Abrams has just gone over as well. Too valuable to their teams to have sitting time early in the second half.
Now, I think that the war of attrition in terms of foul trouble really plays into A&M's advantage because they've gone 10 deep tonight.
Augustine. In the middle, James. Little jump step, puts it up with the left hand and scores.
You remember when Rick Barnes was isolating him against Mario Bogan a couple weeks ago? He's got increased confidence in James's ability to take you off the dribble.
Under 1 minute to play, first half. Davis goes back to Sloan. Behind the back. Pulls up, shoots the jumper, partially blocked. Getting a hand on it was Lewis.
They should get one here, Ron, unless he shoots it.
Durant shot it from way outside. James saved it.
Now they should get one.
And a timeout called by Rick Barnes. He had walked almost all the way to midcourt. Let's take the timeout with him. Texas leads by 5. We'll be right back.
Ever wish you had sonic hearing? Well, now you can with the amazing Silver Sonic XL from Bell & Howell. Now you can easily hear sounds that other people can't, and even hear conversations from clear across the room.
John is a really nice guy.
Yeah, he is. I hope he's enjoying his surprise party.
The sleek, ergonomically designed Silver Sonic XL is lightweight and small, just like a cell phone ear adapter. Its flexible ear mount easily adjusts to fit all ear shapes and sizes, and the molded ear tip lets it fit you comfortably. And because it resembles a cell phone ear adapter, no one will ever know that you have sonic hearing. Now you can sit in the balcony and hear the orchestra like you're sitting in the front row. Keep track of your kids while they play in the park, and even hear the doorbell when you're working in the backyard. You'll be amazed at how clear and vibrant every sound is. The Bell & Howell Silver Sonic XL picks up and amplifies sounds from up to 30 yards away. You can watch TV without turning up the volume, and even watch in bed without disturbing others. Your Bell & Howell Silver Sonic XL amplifies sounds up to 50 decibels. There's a high and low switch to vary the sound intensity, and a volume control so you can set just the level you want. With the Silver Sonic XL, you might even hear things that may pleasantly surprise you.
Her body is amazing. I wish I could look like that.
Through this exclusive TV-only offer, the Bell & Howell Silver Sonic XL is yours for only $19.95. And just listen to this. When you call, be sure to ask about our deluxe model upgrade that's fully rechargeable and comes with its own charger, so you'll never have to buy another battery again. Get Silver Sonic XL now and start hearing things you've never heard before. Call now.
To order your Silver Sonic XL, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-437-7900 or send $19.95 plus shipping and handling to Silver Sonic XL, P.O. Box 13184, Bridgeport, Connecticut. But for quicker service, call 1-800-437-7900.
Get revved up for college basketball on ESPN. At noon, Maryland tries to quiet the Crazies and the number 2 team in the land, Duke. At 7, Notre Dame's 45-game home winning streak is on the line against number 3 Connecticut. Tomorrow on ESPN.
So we're back, 25 seconds on the clock. No shot clock. Fran, take us into the huddles. What are the Aggies saying? What are the Longhorns saying?
Well, let's go offense first. You got 2 prime weapons, and Durant, obviously, who is a very good one-on-one player. But the other guy is Augustine, who we've seen all year can break any defense down. So maybe a combination of the two, maybe some pick and roll. But if they run pick and roll, Augustine might get doubled. So I think Augustine's either going to take up the dribble or Durant will go one-on-one. Aggies. must stay between the white shirts and the basket and force a tough shot and just go to the locker room, hopefully down 5 if you're an Aggie fan.
So here come the final 25 seconds of the first half. Longhorns 41-36. Augustine looks up at the clock, way outside against Sloan, yo-yos the ball. 10 seconds is what we have left on the clock. And Durant gets the attention, spin move inside, and the foul. Damian James, 2 seconds, 1 second. We are at halftime.
They went to a jump defense at the end, and it caused an offensive rebound opportunity. There's the star watch. Keep your eye on Wall. He always has big second half. But guess what? So does Durant.
So we're at halftime with the score, Texas 43, Texas A&M 36.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams, and I'm so proud to be a part of this incredible offer. In a historic run for office, Barack Obama has become the 44th President of the United States. For the first time ever, we've just announced the release of 4 magnificent coins honoring Barack Obama's election. The first coin in the set is a George Washington dollar from the U.S. Mint, detailed with President Obama's lifelike image alongside our first president. On the reverse, there's a beautifully detailed image of our most famous American landmark, the Statue of Liberty. This coin by itself originally issued to sell for $29.95, and in order to honor this historic occasion, you can now get it for only $19.95. But call now and you'll also receive this special edition John F. Kennedy half dollar, entitled Time for a Change. This inspiring coin is also intricately designed with the images of President Obama and President Kennedy on the face. Plus, no commemorative coin set of this historic occasion would be complete without including 2 official U.S. Mint limited run state quarters, entitled Born to Lead and Man of Hope, both with a lifelike image of President-elect Obama. Each coin comes complete with an official certificate of authenticity. Through this exclusive television offer, you can get the entire President Barack Obama commemorative coin set for only $19.95. Because of strong demand and limited release, this amazing collection may not last, so you need to act quickly to secure your order. Don't miss this unique opportunity to own your piece of American history and get this incredible 4-coin President Barack Obama commemorative coin set for the exclusive price of just $19.95. Don't wait, because supplies are limited.
To take advantage of this historic limited-time offer, call 1-800-716-4017 or visit us online at uscoinnetwork.com. The Barack Obama presidential coin set is not available in stores, so call 1-800-716-4017 and order now. That's 1-800-716-4017.
Score at halftime, 43-36, the largest deficit that the Aggies have had this year at halftime. But we will see, will history hold on to be true, or will the Aggies sweep? Fran, going into the second half, any big strategy changes that you could see, or we're so deep in the season, things that work for you, I guess you just say, hey, you go back to what you do best.
Well, one thing you need to remember is that Billy Gillespie in the second half of a number of Big 12 games has gone to some gimmick defenses, box and one, triangle and two. So let's look for that. But let's also remember they're going to dance with what brung them. On offense, they're definitely going to go inside. And Texas is going to attack off the dribble and continue to get Durant, Augustine involved.
Well, we got a stoppage in play. Larry Rose goes over to talk to Rick Barnes. He stopped and first visited with Billy Gillespie.
Remember, Ron, when Joseph Jones picked up that second foul with 8 minutes to go. The Aggies were up 1. They trail 7 now.
Trying to get John Higgins' attention here. Now we'll get an answer to it at the first stoppage of play. Aggies will go on offense to open the second half.
2-3 zone. Texas used a lot of zone in the first half.
Carter way downtown, and what a start.
So they really weren't down 7. They were really down 4 because that's a free possession.
Augustine crossover with the dribble, had the ball knocked away, and Durant has an answer at the other end.
Loose balls are going to be a big factor in the second half. Aggies came up with the majority of them in the first half, but good hustle by Durant.
Carter back outside the Kirk.
Trying to get Abrams posted on Carter.
Kapanauskas working against Durant, and Durant blocks it and takes the ball away from him.
I'm not sure he needed to leave his feet very much. He went straight to the ceiling.
Damian James along the baseline. Pompey will pick up the foul there.
Look at this. You talk about right off the bat. This didn't even take a pass. Carter had range. They set the double screen. Good play. That's good coaching right there. And then Durant, look at that athleticism picking up a loose ball.
You know, Pompey just got a second foul. As you look at that block.
Look at that.
Three-pointer, Abrams. Joseph Jones did not start the second half. I thought he was out there, and they called him back. Pompey went to the bench. Maybe that was the question, but I'd love to know why. Here's Jones. Quick pass back to Kapanauskas. Swatted away by Durant, and a push is called on Durant.
But I like what Kapanauskas did. He took the ball right at Durant. Remember, he tried to elevate over him last time. That time he went right to Durant's body, but you got to always know where A.J. Abrams is. They fall asleep now. We weren't sure whether they were in man or zone. And interesting, Ron, because Aggies will change up on occasion.
Kapanauskas misses the first. First time that he's been to the free throw line tonight. He only played 4 minutes in that first half. Got 2 quick fouls, went to the bench, and misses the second. And you have to wonder if maybe his time on the bench has not hurt his timing a little bit.
Sure, very possible.
James fouled by Jones.
Perfect strategy. Remember what he said at the very beginning of the game. Texas doesn't have a guy you throw it into, so you take them off the dribble.
Let me ask you a question. When Billy Gillespie called Joseph Jones back to the bench and put in Pompey, you think he had in mind that the first offensive possession by Texas was going to be to go straight at Jones, and he didn't want him to pick up that third foul?
Very possibly, Ron. Very possibly. When you have a guy that's in foul trouble like he has been throughout his career, you have to sort of milk possessions. But what I love what Texas has done from the very beginning of this game is Rather than run a lot of plays, they've just taken the Aggies off the dribble.
James, 12 points for him.
And when I say run plays, I mean run plays with a lot of passing.
AC Law, the bouncer inside. Kavanauskas takes it up against Durant, and it's going to come down, taken away by Damian James.
A very smart play by Durant. He stayed vertical.
Abrams, nope. Durant gets it back, and he'll go back out on top to Augustine, and they'll reset.
That is an incredible rebound. He reached over without fouling.
Kavanauskas comes down with the rebound. AC Law strong at the other end, couldn't get it. Durant will save the ball as he gets it back to Augustine. Texas will run. Abrams all the way to the hoop, missed the layup, taken down by Texas A&M. Josh Carter.
You can see what Texas wants to do, Ron. Push it before the defense can set. If I'm Billy Gillespie now, I go inside.
Inside to Kavanauskas, reverses it, what a shot.
You've got to go with what you do best. Now Jones is hurt, Ron, or he's not running hard, he's fatigued.
Stepping on the baseline is Mason, and you're right, Joseph Jones wincing in pain and is crouched over, still in the paint.
But you see, he really labored up the court. Whether he was fatigued or hurt, it took him forever to get back up the court.
Well, the thing he's got to be careful of here, and Marlon Pompey is going to come into the lineup. They'll leave him on the floor, but with the injury and a little fatigue, you have to be careful of him getting his fourth foul.
And right now, either he's playing possum or they're playing 4-on-5.
Offensive foul.
Very interesting to start the second half. Texas A&M has tried to go inside, not been effective.
Kavanauskas with his third foul.
Take him again off the dribble.
Stolen Josh Carter. AC Law out to Kavanauskas. He'll put it up, and the ball is blocked. They'll call goaltending. James got up there, but 2 points given to the Aggies there. It'll go to AC Law.
Very interesting, because you can block the ball against the board as long as it's not on its way down, and that's very, very close. Very tough to make that call in real time. We have the benefit of the replay, and it's tough to tell.
So it's an 8-point lead, 50 to a 7-point lead, 50 to 43, 16 and a half minutes left to play in our ball game. Durant pulls up, running jumper not there. Carter again with the rebound.
Good job by the Aggies last two possessions of closing down driving lanes.
Carter has really taken up some slack left by the injury to Jones and also Kavanauskas' absence. He has been solid both ends of the floor. Kavanauskas passed too hard. Pompey was not looking for that. Augustine weaves his way up the floor, puts up the shot and misses. And taken away by Law. Still down at the other end of the floor. One Aggie player and also one Longhorn player. Kurt just now getting down there, as was Augustine. Pompey drives to the hoop. So let's take a timeout. 50 to 43, Longhorns by 7. A foul on Damian James.
Are you one of the millions of people struggling to learn a new language? Well, thanks to our breakthrough software called Rosetta Stone, learning a new language is now incredibly easy and a whole lot faster.
I've probably learned more in the first 2 weeks than I have in months of taking formal classes.
Rosetta Stone is so fast and effective, it's used by the U.S. State Department, NASA, the U.S. Army, and Fortune 500 companies, and is the world's leading language learning software.
It's almost like having your own
person there teaching you, your own private tutor who is just very relaxed in your home with you, sitting there teaching you the language.
Rosetta Stone is the fastest way to learn a new language. And to prove it, we'll send you our amazing demo CD, absolutely free when you call.
This really is a great program.
I believe that you can learn any language with this program.
So call now or visit our website and see for yourself why Rosetta Stone is the fastest way to learn a new language, guaranteed.
ESPN, your NBA destination. Tonight, Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Kidd lead the Mavericks into Motown to take on Allen Iverson and the Pistons. Tonight at 7 Eastern on ESPN.
Tonight, Gretchen Bleiler and the women of Winter X show off their skills in snowboard superpipe. Plus, in the debut of Snowmobile Next Trick, can someone pull off the first ever double backflip during competition? Winter X Games 13 continues tonight at 9:30 on ESPN.
Hi, I'm Hunter Tylo, and this is my friend Emmett. Emmett has epilepsy, also known as a seizure disorder. Epilepsy can affect anyone at any age, anytime. Each year, over 42,000 deaths occur due to a seizure-related accident. There is currently no known cure. We need to know why, and before it's too late, so do children like Emmett. For more information, contact the American Epilepsy Outreach Foundation at epilepsyoutreach.org. Together, we can change the face of epilepsy.
Rosen Honda is big on service.
Absolute satisfaction is our #1 goal.
Rosen Honda. Absolute satisfaction with service, selection, and savings. Part of the Rosen Automotive family. Great cars, great people.
Whatever it takes to make you feel like a kid again.
That's what Rosen's all about.
There are jingles on my iPod.
Rosen, Rosen, Rosen. Rosen, Rosen, Rosen.
50-43 at the 15:36 mark. And we sit here watching very interesting to see who is going to come out and if Jones will come back out onto the floor. Boy, that injury must be substantial because they're not going to put him back out. Pompey, of course, is at the line to shoot. And that's the man that he would replace. But Kavaliauskas, Carter, AC Law, of course, and number 22, Kirk, the 5 on the floor for Texas A&M. Well, here's an update in the standings. Texas Tech has won tonight. They're 8-7 in conference play, and now 19-11. And I think they got a foot in the door, maybe even more than that.
I think they got half their body through. And remember, 3 wins over top 10 teams, including 2 against the Aggies. Mentioned at the triangle. Now they're going triangle and 2 or box and 1. Let's see.
Off the mark. Kavaliauskas comes down with the rebound.
You can always tell a junk defense when a couple guys are standing still, a bunch of guys running around with men.
Law back to Kavaliauskas, puts it on the floor, steps forward, and he got it. And it's a 4-point ball game. A&M cuts it to a 4-point lead. Texas led by 11 just a moment ago.
Okay, triangle and 2 on Durant and Abrams.
Abrams, the second guy didn't get there. Durant tips the ball to himself, misses, actually was fouled, and he'll go to the line.
It's a very nice up and under move right here by Antanas Kavaliauskas. Young man from Lithuania. Watch the head fake, the step through, and then the soft touch that kisses around the rim and drops in.
Texas A&M now with 14 fouls second half, 2 against the Longhorns. And we'll keep an eye on that because the Aggies went into the double bonus or sent the Longhorns into the double bonus reasonably early as Jones comes back into the lineup and Pompey will go out. So that's good news for the Aggie faithful. Because during his absence, that rebound margin has gotten a little bit closer together. It's still a distance apart. But it's one of the reasons I've mentioned the fact that Carter has stepped up in his absence to do a good job on the board.
And Jones went out with 2 fouls with 7:52 in the first half. They led by 1. That's when Texas took command. See, they're thinking of doubling Law.
Law, the left-hander, swishes it.
Guess what? It may be AC Law time, Ron.
2-point ball game.
Triangle and 2. See, you've got Carter at the top.
Augustine has it blocked, but Durant is right there. Plenty of time on the shot clock, and on the turnaround, He was fouled. Carter will get the call.
I'll tell you now, Carter did a reasonably good job. I don't think he got there in time. His third foul. But Kirk was guarding Durant one-on-one. Carter was at the top. See the block by Carter at the point of the triangle. And watch this spin move as he comes back. He'll come back to the middle. I don't think Kirk quite got there, although it was very close.
Durant 14 points, 11 rebounds.
One of the reasons, Ron, that Billy Gillispie uses the junk defense mainly in the second half is because it doesn't give you as much time at halftime to make adjustments. But Rick Barnes went through that today at the shoot-around.
18th double-double of the year for Kevin Durant. Gets that second free throw to go down, and at the 14-minute mark, we have a 3-point ball game. Texas with a slight lead over the Texas Aggies, number 6 ranked in the nation.
Aggies got all their weapons in now.
Law, nice fake, puts it up and he'll score it. Got right by Ashley.
Never worry about AC Law scoring in the first half.
This is an 11-1 run by Texas A&M.
You see the triangle.
Damon James. Damian stepping up.
What the triangle is supposed to do is take Durant and Abrams out of the play, so guys like James must take over.
Carter had to tie his shoes. Thank goodness his teammates looked over and saw what he was doing. Law hits the jumper just inside the three-point line, and it is a one-point ball game, 53-52.
First team All-American. Mark it down.
James, not there. The ball tipped. It was on the rim. Crowd wanted interference, but it was tipped by a Texas player. That was Ashley who tipped it. Kavanauskas with the left hand. Not there. Durant will rebound for Texas.
They need to run before the junk defense sets up. There you go.
Augustine did just what Fran was talking about.
See, because the last couple possessions, the wrong guy was shooting it. That time you got one of your best players out in the open court.
Crowd tremendously loud. Law along the baseline. Foul is on the floor. It's against Ashley, and that will be his third.
See, the defense is not set. Slow to get back. They not only can't build the triangle, they don't get everybody back in position to do anything. And the freshman just blows by. There's a lot of coaching going on both ways right now. Changing defenses.
Pittman takes off a warm-up, and he prepares to check into the lineup.
The underrated player of the first half because he was the guy that picked up the 2 fouls on Jones.
Law got a screen out high, got it over to Jones. Kirk looks up at the shot clock. It's now at 11. Carter, left-handed dribble. Wow, knocks it down. Just silky smooth, and Carter now with 11 points. He's got double figures, and it's a one-point game again. Texas on top.
See, there's the triangle right there. You see the 3 guys, man-to-man on Abrams and Durant. They really haven't been involved.
Ashley for 3. Not there. Kavanauskas will bring it down, and the Aggies can go back on top on this trip right here.
Got to run some plays to get your best players open versus that defense.
Carter deep in the corner. Knocks down the 3. Rick Barnes wants a timeout. I would remind you, it was this time last year, except 1 week later, during the conference tournament, the number 23 stepped up and said, hey, recognize me. Tonight, he's being recognized here in Austin. We'll take a break.
Are you fed up with trying to find the lamp switch in a dark room? Tired of getting out of bed every night just to turn off the light? Hi, Billy Mays here for the Handy Switch, the new wireless light switch that lets you control any lamp from anywhere. Just pick the lamp you want to control and plug it into the remote receiver. Then simply peel and press the handy switch in place. It's that easy. And because it's wireless, there's no tools or wiring to worry about. Place a handy switch on the wall where you enter the room, or next to your bed so you don't have to get up to turn off the light. Place one upstairs so you don't have to go back downstairs. The powerful radio frequency lets you control any lamp up to 50 feet away. Just plug the lamp into the receiver and place the handy switch where you want it. And because it's wireless, you can put a light switch where you never had one before. Perfect in a child's room to put the light switch within easy reach. Or how about turning on all your holiday lights with the flick of a switch? You could even put one in your car so you could turn the lights on before you go inside. With Handy Switch, the switch you need is always right at hand. So stop stumbling around in the dark looking for the switch, and stop getting out of bed just to turn off the light. Call now and you'll get the Handy Switch for only $19.99. You'll also receive our handy stick-up light absolutely free. Just peel and place in a closet, under a cabinet, anywhere you need extra light. Yes, you get the Handy Switch and the stick-up light, both for only $19.99. But call right now and we'll double this entire offer. Just pay separate shipping. That's right, you get 2 handy switches, 2 remote receivers, and 2 stick-up lights, all for only $19.99. But you can only get this special 2-for-1 offer by calling now.
To order Handy Switch, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-469-7103. That's 1-800-469-7103. Call now.
Our score, 62-60. A&M up by a couple. You know, it's been a year of first as far as this season is concerned for A&M. First win at Kansas. In fact, the first team in the Southern Division to win up in Lawrence. First win at Oklahoma. First win at Oklahoma State. Would it be the first sweep of Texas? Well, the jury's still out on that one. 7:44 showing on the clock. And the second half is proving to be just as interesting as the first half. Boy, Kavanauskas in a lot of pain there on the bench, and they being attended to by the trainer.
Be surprised if the tough-minded youngster from Vilnius, Lithuania, is not back. Junior college transfer from Barton County. He's played on the Lithuania national team. I got a chance to see him overseas, Ron. Much improved. How about the Aggies since the middle of last Big 12? They've won 19 out of 21, 9 of 10 on the road.
Well, that's an incredible number against a very good competition. Pompey, as you can see in the lineup, replacing Kavanauskas.
You think Bill Self isn't watching right now with a little interest?
AC Law, the crossover dribble, and the ball knocked away by Mason. Now kicked and knocked out of bounds by A&M, and Larry Rose says it'll go to the Horns.
Okay, it's been about 11 minutes since Texas A&M went to the triangle. Right now, looks like they've gone back man-to-man.
Augustine to Durant. Jumper, got it. Just outside the free throw line.
And Ron, we've been watching Durant since the Alcorn State game. Every day at practice I've been here, he has shot that elbow jumper off the curl screen.
17 points for him. Kirk strong to the hoop, and he was fouled on the floor. So Kavanauskas will come back in. Marlon Pompey will go to the bench. And we're tied at 62 with 6:46 left in regulation. And Kavanauskas comes back out with a brace on that elbow. They battle for the ball in the backcourt, and AC Law comes away with it.
It amazes me how many teams throw the ball deep into the backcourt like that. And the Aggies usually have good inbounds plays.
Back out to Law. Three-pointer on the way. Off the mark. Jones rebounds to Kirk.
They've gotten a lot of those 50-50 rebounds tonight, the Aggies.
Inside to Jones. Kavanauskas just inside the three-point line, and James takes it away. Carter was trying to steal one there, and James took it away from him. Carter's been everywhere.
Heads up play by Augustine. He had Law on his heels. Little crossover, and he made Law foul him.
Well, it's Throwdown Thursday tomorrow on ESPN and ESPN2, 7 o'clock Eastern. ESPN number 21 Virginia Tech faces number 25 Virginia. Then at 9 o'clock Eastern on ESPN, number 8 North Carolina takes on Georgia Tech. Carolina, Georgia Tech also available in high definition on ESPN2. Throwdown Thursday presented by IBM. The foul was on AC Law. Only his second as Augustine buries the first one.
Remember what we said in the first half. Texas is very good in transition when Texas A&M doesn't have to set their defense, and the freshmen took advantage of it.
Augustine with 18 points. Second one on the way, misses. The ball tipped in the air. Ashley comes away with it for three. Abrams.
44% from three. That's a good percentage. How many times do you see a three coming off offensive rebound when the defense isn't set?
AC Law has Jones stationed out high. He'll take it inside and score. It was the positioning that actually had it was as good as a screen by Jones as he continued to move his body.
That's a great point, Ron. He was sealed off. Nobody could help.
Durant for three. Not there. Abrams could not get the rebound.
Another night in the Big 12, partner, huh?
Left alone. Carter. Not there. But Jones rebounds for A&M. Puts it back. Too hard. Taken down by DJ Augustine. Wow. Back and forth. 2-point game. Texas back on top. That three-pointer by Mason off the mark.
Probably not the shot, as Rick Barnes says no.
He's staring him down right now. And that look is, that's not what I wanted.
You mentioned Mason hadn't scored. You've got weapons out there.
Law back to Jones, all alone, free throw line, and he just buries it. 12 points for Joseph Jones.
And another assist for AC Law.
As you can tell, looking at both clubs, we've still got 4.5 minutes to play, but there are a lot of people grabbing for the shorts right now. They are tired because this is a tremendous pace.
13th round of a slugfest.
Inside to Durant. Little shake, rattle, and roll. Wow.
Step through.
Billy Gillespie shakes his head as if to say, I don't know what we could have done.
Yep. Both Jones and Kavalauskas now sucking for air.
19 points for Durant.
Think AC can do it again?
Well, you know, he hasn't really failed yet, has he, in the last 2 years? Inside Kavalauskas and actually knocked the ball out of bounds. 9 seconds on the shot clock. So let's take a timeout. Kevin Durant, talk about a big-time play.
Math is the only language all human beings share.
Math can better predict financial markets.
Stop a pandemic.
Tell us how jets fly before we even build them.
Math can help us make the world work better.
Here's an equation that can help you get to work on time.
Math can do anything.
Predict mutations.
Fix the economy.
Protein folding.
Telematics.
Math can make the world smarter.
Smarter houses.
Smarter medicine.
Smarter systems.
Grocery stores.
Supply chain. Math solves problems.
That's what we're working on. I'm an IBMer.
Let's build
a
smarter planet.
They say a man should always dress for the job he wants. So why am I dressed up like a pirate in this restaurant? It's all because some hacker stole my identity. Now I'm in here every evening serving chowder and iced tea. Should have gone to freecreditreport.com. I could have seen this coming at me like an atom bomb. They monitor your credit and send you email alerts, so you don't end up selling fish to tourists in t-shirts.
Offer applies with enrollment and Triple Advantage.
best are back. Australian Open coverage continues through February 1st on ESPN2.
Tomorrow at noon on ESPN, Maryland tries to quiet the Crazies and the #2 team in the land. At 7, Notre Dame's home winning streak is on the line against #3 UConn.
Hi, I'm John Scher, CEO and founder of Video Professor. I'm the guy that gives away the free computer learning lessons. Well, today I'm here to tell you about a great new product that many of you have been asking for. And here it is, how to buy and sell on eBay, and I'll give it to you free. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I can make you the next millionaire selling an attic full of baseball cards, but I can guarantee you that I'll teach you everything you need to know about eBay while cleaning out your garage and probably putting some money in your pocket at the same time. Now, I can do this because I know that once you try my lesson on eBay, you'll be so satisfied that the next time you need to learn anything about computers, you'll come back to Video Professor for all your computer learning needs. And with over 55 lessons on all of today's most popular computer programs, I know that there's more you'll want to learn. Call now and I'll send you eBay or any other lesson of your choice free. So what do you got to lose? Try my product.
Call 1-800-771-9502. That's 1-800-771-9502.
So we got 3:41 left in the ball game. There's 9 seconds on the shot clock. A&M will inbound it. Baseline just to the right of their basket. Law gets up a left-hander. Of course, he is left-handed, but he couldn't get it to go down.
But he was guarded by Durant, and it wasn't easy to shoot over him. Good strategy.
Driving inside. Fouled on the way to the hoop, Augustine.
And Ron, as much as Kevin Durant is the focal point of this team, we said it at the very beginning, Jones picks up his 4th foul because DJ Augustine has been their inside offense tonight by driving at the rim all night.
Joseph Jones just picked up his 4th foul. Kavanauskas plays with 3.
I keep taking you back to the Texas Tech win in College Station when Bob Knight set it up in the second half for Zeno and Jackson to drive that defense.
Augustine, second one on the way, misses it. Carter comes down with the rebound, so 19 points for Augustine. And we have a 3-point Texas lead.
How about Durant again is guarding Law? How about this matchup? They switch, so James has him.
10 seconds on the shot clock. 3-pointer on the way. He got it.
You know what that reminded me of? Last year in College Station. The defender James backed up because he was worried about the drive. I'd rather him drive than get the open look.
We're back to a tie game.
How about Kirk now is fronting Durant.
Augustine gets a screen out high. Can't get by Joseph Jones. Back out to Ashley. And he put up an air ball. Wow.
Watch James now. We've seen this before. Remember last year. AC Law is absolutely going to shoot this ball from the moment he sees James back up.
You knew it.
He was just.
You knew it.
Yep. Just getting his rhythm. Quiet 17, but not quiet when it comes to leading these Aggies.
And Durant is out front to initially take AC Law.
And why not? He may be their best defender.
We're about to go under 2 minutes in the game. Shot clock is ticking down now to 50. Kavanauskas with the bounce pass. Law against Durant. Takes it along the baseline. And he was fouled by Damian James with the push. Count the basket and an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Deja vu. AC Law, we told you at the very beginning, don't worry about how many he scores in the first half when he's setting his teammates up, but he knows how to take over.
And I guess the reasoning, Durant is underrated as far as a defender, but with that long wingspan, thinking that even if he's beaten by a step, by AC Law that he might still be able to get the long reach out there and block the ball, but he was not able to, and it was James who got a body on AC, and now it's a 72-69 Texas A&M lead.
Good call. Kirk holding Durant underneath. Larry Rose on top of it.
Second foul on Kirk, but most importantly, it's 9 team fouls against Texas A&M, 5 team fouls against Texas.
80% foul shooter, Ron, but this is fatigue time. You can see it on Durant's face. Take a look at the freshman now, Durant. That's good stuff right there.
You know what he's doing, and he just put up an air ball, and what he's saying to his Connor, you got to step up. We're in a big situation. You got to step up big. On the way, 21 points for Durant.
If some coaches did that, it would be on the lead story of Sports Center. How about that? How about this game, Ron?
Hey, listen, I tell you what, and I've seen AC Law, the same kind of situation. They both control their ball clubs. AC Law, too hard off the back iron, taken down by Mason.
And Augustine must be the catalyst.
Inside, a minute and a half left in the ball game. Augustine takes it the distance and was fouled on the way up.
Augustine very much like Sharon Collins and Ty Lawson, Michael Connolly, 4 great freshmen. Can't keep him out of the lane.
4th foul on Carter. Well, you look as we come down the wire, the Texas free throw shooting. Abrams 91-83, Augustine, Durant 80-57, rest of the team.
I mentioned earlier the #1 seed at stake for A&M because if they win this game, Kansas wins at home against Texas, and somehow A&M and Kansas meet in the final of the Big 12. I believe the winner will be a #1 seed. Both are playing extremely well right now.
Second one on the way, and he gets that one as well. Texas goes up by 1. 1:20 left in our ball game.
4 freshmen and a sophomore for Rick Barnes.
Kirk puts it on the floor against Augustine.
Texas has a foul to give.
1 minute left in our ball game. Shot clock is at 8. Law gets a screen out high. Kavanauskas, they give it back to him, and along the baseline, it is blocked, and a jump ball will take it back to Texas.
What an excellent play. Kavanauskas tries to be crafty and goes to the other side of the rim, but James came out of nowhere. Watch him stick it now. Excellent job by Damian James, and the jump ball gives the Longhorns the possession. Can't run out the clock, Ron, but every foul will be 2 free throws.
So here's the situation. 10 fouls against the Aggies, 5 against the Longhorns. 33 on the shot clock and 45 seconds on the game clock.
Most exciting league in the country this year, the Big 12.
Augustine yo-yos the ball outside. Rick Barnes hollering instructions to his team. Shot clock is now at 10. Durant way outside. He canned it.
Say National Player of the Year. Just that may have done it.
Law at the other end. Back to Kavanauskas. Kirk for 3. He got it. Kirk said, I got an answer if AC doesn't have the ball. And it's a 1-point game again. We have 12 seconds showing on the clock.
Shot clock running down. Little dribble handoff. Talk about pressure. He's done it all season. And then the underrated Dominique Kirk. 90 straight starts.
How far out was he?
Well,
any further out and he's on the sideline. He was.
Next year he'll be doing that in Boston or Charlotte. But Kirk.
Look at this one.
Yep. Underrated.
Kirk at the other end. That's right. Everybody thinking it's going to go to AC Law. And Kirk had the feeling, hey, it's mine. I can bury this thing, and he did. He's got his club within one. 16,755, a sellout here tonight at the Frank Erwin Special Events Center. And nobody is going to go away totally disappointed, because even if you lose this one, if you're Texas or Texas A&M, you got your money's worth. Wow.
Well, you're right. Aggies still thinking #1 seed, and now they must throw on some full court pressure. They don't get the steal, they will foul right away. Ideally, Mason and James would be two guys they'd want to foul, but James is taking the ball out. In a situation like this earlier in the year, they've thrown the ball up to Durant and let him use his length.
But the Aggies have triple-teamed him to make sure that doesn't happen. They get it to Augustine. That's the man that they wanted to have it, and he is fouled with 9.4 seconds on the clock. So when you look at what is at stake, Marlon Pompey has just fouled out. Here's what's at stake. If Texas were to beat A&M in this ball game, they still would be in a position that they would be tied for second going to KU this weekend. If A&M wins tonight, KU does not have total control of their destiny, because the Aggies have a game in hand against them.
Absolutely.
Carter, I beg your pardon, Carter has fouled out, not Pompey.
Keep this in mind now, Ron. This still remains a one-possession game. So who do you look for if you're Billy Gillespie? There's only one guy, AC Long.
And when you look at it, even if he makes both free throws, 9 seconds is an absolute eternity. Fans think that that is really close. You've even got time to pass the ball 2 or 3 times. Well, AC Law certainly A&M's go-to guy. Let's show you. This is at Reed Arena just last year. Clock running out. Law buries the three-pointer. Aggies win 46-43. Earlier this season at Kansas, he just took the one step forward. The defender stepped back. He scores it. And, of course, against Texas Tech, he buried a three, which tied the ball game. But Jackson came down and scored with virtually no time on the clock. And Tech stole that one on the road. I say stole. They deserved it. But they took one from AC Law that looked as though he was going to be the hero again.
Yep. And back in the tournament a year ago, he was the hero for a few split seconds versus LSU until they knocked down a late gamer.
1 point to make. When you look at the clock and look at the scoreboard, Texas has a foul to give.
Yes, absolutely. Now here's the deal, Ron. Rick Barnes has fouled in this situation in the past. They can foul once, then when they get to the bonus, they can foul a second time if they go up 3. But it depends on Augustine first making 2. Now, if you're A&M, Ron, do you call timeout, or do you give it to Law and let him push it the length of the floor?
I think we learned from that Texas Tech game over at Texas A&M. You've already called your play in the huddle, wouldn't you think?
Usually, but all coaches are different.
Got the first one.
I've said it before, if this guy stays around 3 years, Augustine, he will compete for a National Player of the Year himself.
Bends the knees, the second one on the way, and he got that one as well.
Okay, timeout, Texas.
So the inbounds will be underneath the far basket. He will be able to move because of the made hoop. Sorry, friend, I'm going to have to join you here without my jacket on. I've taken it off because of the heat of the moment. I'll tell you what, this has been some kind of night. 16,755 paying their way in here for a sold-out crowd, and they really have gotten their money's worth.
We're here for free.
Yeah,
here for
that's
free.
right. All right, let's talk strategy.
Yes.
Billy Gillespie's in the huddle right now, and we think that AC Law obviously is going to be the guy who's going to get the play. But what do you do?
Well, he already knows Texas is going to foul. He's told his team. He needs to push the ball up the floor as fast as he can and as far as he can, and in anticipation of the foul. Then Texas will be in the bonus. If I'm Rick Barnes now, I'm going to foul again. That's been his tradition of making sure there's no open 3. If you get fouled, if you're Billy Gillespie, He's got a play designed to get a 3, and very possibly off of a side out of bounds or the length of the court. The whole question right now becomes, Ron, where and when does Rick Barnes give the foul? That'll determine the next step in terms of this coaching strategy.
And for people sitting at home and say, why would you foul again? Well, it's 1-1, but they're down by 3. So the Aggies need, obviously, 3 points in 9.4 seconds to send this thing to overtime.
But remember one thing about fouling. You're fouling a team who is an excellent offensive rebounding team.
Yes.
So after the first make, you got to be concerned about that.
Sloan is out on the floor, not surprising, to join Kirk and AC Law. Kavaliauskas also on the floor. And now the Aggies call a timeout. Boy, the chess match continues, huh?
Rick Barnes has 2. Aggies and Billy Gillispie have 1. Talk about 2 of the really, really good coaches. You know, we've known for a while. I worked for Rick Barnes years ago, Ron. You know what I think of him, but Billy Gillispie, I've watched his team's practices. Have you? I don't know if there's many teams in the country that practice as hard and are as well prepared.
No, and I can tell you this: when he walked in this arena this morning for their shoot-around at 10:30 a.m., Billy had his game face on. He was cordial and friendly as usual, a quick handshake, and he was right out on the floor and in the middle of his guys. And they went through everything that was on that chart that he wanted to go through. For Rick Barnes this afternoon, you know, virtually the same thing, but a little bit more laid back than were the Aggies this morning. Every coach knows you got different teams of different ages, so you handle them differently.
And Rick Barnes has been a head coach a lot longer. Believe me, he was the same way back at Providence and Clemson.
Here comes the inbounds pass. Kirk is going to call a timeout. And Joseph Jones right here in front of us saying, hey, throw it to me. I'll come down with the basketball.
Well, and here's the problem for Texas A&M. They know that Texas is going to foul right away because they still have the foul to give. So Billy Gillispie was trying to get the ball as far down the floor as possible, Ron, because now they've got to go length of the floor with no timeouts left.
Well, you know, when you look at this graphic right here, this very young Texas team, look at the games that have gone down to the wire. They beat St. John's, LSU, Arkansas, and Nebraska along with Baylor, but they lost to Michigan State, to Tennessee, also to Oklahoma State in that wild one, the 3 overtime, and to K-State. They lost that one as well, 73-72.
Well, this is a team that's not a group of freshmen anymore this late in the season. But I'm going to tell you what Billy Gillispie just did. He put a freshman in, a walk-on, Gerard Johnson, who's only played 3 minutes the entire season. Now, I don't know if he's a backup quarterback or not. He needs to throw it the length of the floor. But keep your eye on number 4 because he's played very little this year.
Well, there's still all kinds of things that could happen in this basketball game. So with 9 seconds showing on the clock, a 3-point Texas lead. It's not a lock for Texas. And A&M is certainly not out of it. We've seen a 4-point play tonight as well.
I think what you've got to do now, if you're A&M, you obviously have to inbound it. You have no timeouts. You've got to take the fact that Texas is going to foul you, and then you've got to get it in quickly, see if you can get a shot up before the second foul.
Inbounds pass, AC Law across midcourt, and he was fouled, as we thought, by one of the Longhorns. It was Mason who picked up the foul.
Smart play by Law. He tried to shoot it.
5.5 seconds remaining. Texas has 2 timeouts left. They're going to use one of those.
Okay, now, because Law is so clutch, and Carter is out of the game.
Why don't you take us a little trip on the chalkboard here?
Hey, they could do a million things from the side, but I will go ahead and put the chalkboard up and we'll show you what's going to happen. Let's assume they get fouled right away, Ron. Then what's going to happen is this. There are going to be defenders inside, offensive players next, okay? Then another defender and an offensive player. They're going to screen across for each other and try to tip the ball back out for an open 3. Now, this is a UB Brown play. It may happen if Rick Barnes elects to foul before the ball comes in play. And I'll tell you, if A&M gets a good look at the three, I think Rick Barnes will be disappointed.
So the point that France making, that's still only 16 fouls against the Longhorns, using one of those that they have to give. Obviously, the next one, the Aggies would go to a 1-and-1 situation. But they're down by 3, 5.5 seconds showing on the clock.
Now, I put the free throw play on there to be 2 plays ahead for you, okay? I don't want you to think I was losing my mind.
Well, you know, we talk about AC Law. Josh Carter on the sideline. Kavaliauskas with the pass to Law. Durant is out there, long three. He got it! 1.4 seconds remaining. AC Law has done it again.
All-American first team.
And what Rick Barnes is saying to his team, we had another foul. Why didn't you foul him with 1 second rather than in the shot?
Now, the only thing I thought about when Durant switched on to him right here was that maybe Durant felt he wasn't going to be able to shoot over him because of the length. But, hey, it's AC Law, Ron.
What Rick Barnes right here.
Yes.
He was saying that is when Law should have been fouled, so that with under 2 seconds on the clock, they'd go to the free throw line with a 1-and-1.
Now, if you're Rick Barnes, do you have the UB Brown home run play in? And he does. They're setting up. You remember back to Valparaiso and Bryce Drew. But take a look at this, Ron. If Rick Barnes wanted a foul, he wanted it out there. They don't foul. Look how high that ball goes up.
Had to get it over Durant. That's the amazing thing. Connor Atsley, home run pass, goes to Durant, puts up the shot over the back of the basket, and it did not go. We're heading to overtime. So let's take a timeout. Regulation is done. We're tied at 78. Back with more from Austin in just a moment.
Is that bulky wallet a pain in the... Do you struggle to find your cards, ID, and cash? What you need is the Slim Clip, the amazing new wallet that holds everything you need in less than half an inch. Now go from bulky and fat to slim and compact. Slim Clip is sleek and ultra thin to comfortably fit right in your purse, bag, or pocket. From credit cards to cash, you'll always find it fast. The secret is the patented double-sided grip-tight clip that securely hold up to 30 bills on one side and 6 credit cards on the other. And unlike leather wallets that stretch out so everything falls out, with Slim Clip's special raised edges and locking clips, you can shake all you want and nothing will ever fall out. Slim Clip is engineered from durable stainless steel, so no matter what the abuse, you'll have a lifetime of use guaranteed. There's nothing else like it.
This is small, compact, it fits in a pocket. I could carry it with me wherever I could go.
I like the Slim Clip a lot better. It's smaller, it's easier to get in and out of your pocket, and this is just a pain in the butt, literally.
And here's something a regular wallet can't do. Slim Clip business cards right to your briefcase, or clip it to your car visor to hold parking stubs and insurance cards. Stop the pain from bulky wallets and stop searching for what you need. Order your Slim Clip that holds everything you need in less than half an inch for the incredible TV price of just $10. It comes with a lifetime replacement warranty. If it ever breaks or bends, we'll send you a new one, no questions asked. Plus, it makes a great gift any time of the year. As a special bonus, we'll include this super bright keychain light to light door locks, read menus, and much more. Yours free. And here's the best deal on TV. Call right now, and as a free gift, we'll send you a second Slim Clip plus a second keychain light as a bonus. Just pay separate processing and handling. That's 2 Slim Clips and 2 keychain lights for the same incredible price of just $10. Order now.
Call 1-800-799-6524 to order Slim Clip for $10 and receive the double offer free. That's 2 Slim Clips and 2 lights free. Just pay separate processing and handling. Call 1-800-799-6524.
ESPN, your NBA destination. Tonight, Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Kidd lead the Mavericks into Motown to take on Allen Iverson and the Pistons. Tonight at 7 Eastern on ESPN.
Take another look at what just happened down here in Austin. The inbounds pass, AC Law, and he's got to shoot it a mile high because 6'9" Kevin Durant is right there, and he shot it a mile high, and as it came back into the Earth's atmosphere, it burned right on through the hoop. Whoa.
How fitting is it that AC Law hits the shot over Kevin Durant?
I'm telling you.
Two guys that text message each other a few days a week. They appreciate each other's talents, and what a show they put on. You know, I'm glad the country discovered AC Law a couple weeks ago at Kansas, because we've been watching this act, Ron, the last couple of years.
Here's the tip. It will go to the Longhorns. So both teams in overtime have one timeout. Bonus situation, double bonus for the Longhorns. Aggies with 10 fouls, and the next foul against Texas, it'll be 1-1 A&M.
They're trying to drive Jones and pick up another foul.
And there it is.
Good strategy.
He stepped into him and tripped him up, and even Joseph gets up with a smile on his face saying, I know I did it. Boy.
Well, that's a tough break for Billy Gillespie, but in recent games, Rick Barnes has used James because he's a small power forward with quickness to attack guys like Bogan and Jones off the dribble.
Well, he fouls out with 12 points and 11 rebounds. And as we told you in the second half, he has had a propensity for fouling out and playing virtually every game with 4 fouls. It's the way Joseph plays the game. He is going to play it tough and tougher all the way. But tonight he's going to have to sit down and watch his mates and see in the next 4 minutes and 37 seconds if they can come up with magic without him.
See the outstanding coaching going on by both coaches. They got James the isolation to go one-on-one versus Jones.
Well, James, talk about stepping up. Mason has not been able to put his stroke in action tonight, but this young man is helping out his teammate who is having an off night.
And I think he came to Texas thinking he would be a scorer, Ron.
And Rick Barnes said, you're going to play defense first.
That's right, for now. There'll be time to score throughout his career, but not now.
There's Law, the ball's thrown away. Sloan with a bounce pass too far in front of him. And it looks could injure Billy Gillespie. Just hurt his freshman player.
Yeah.
Or sophomore, I should say. Whoa.
And it's interesting because Law did not have the ball in his hands. They tried to run the play to him.
Yeah, Billy was not real pleased with that play right there.
Ron, this seals it. These two guys are first-team All-Americans, in my opinion.
Durant got it back. Abrams for 3. It's short. Tipped out by Durant and saved by Pompey. And Sloan quickly gets it back to AC Law. Sloan, the freshman out of Seagoville, just outside of Dallas.
Very good program. A lot of Texas kids in this game, obviously.
Law, uncharacteristically, he lost it out of bounds. So back-to-back turnovers against the Aggies to start this overtime. But the point is, unless the Longhorns score right here, they're not really injured by that, are they?
Nope.
Texas needs to take advantage right here.
And you can bet that both teams now feeling a little bit of fatigue.
Abrams going to take it along the baseline, dishes it off, and Damian James was fouled by Pompey.
Well, for Rick Barnes, what's been the key the whole night has been dribble penetration. That time, Abrams able to get into the lane, break the defense down, and dish to James. I mentioned the guys being All-American, and we watch a lot of basketball year-round. There's some great players in the country, but until just a few weeks ago, AC Law was really not on the radar screen. But there's some great point guards in the country. I just can't imagine anybody who's played any better than this guy. And that's Darren Collison and Dominique James. You can name them all, but wow.
Hey, particularly in clutch situations, who can argue?
How can you argue that?
He's got to be king of that group. 4-point lead, Texas. About to go under 3 minutes to play in our first overtime.
There's no Jones inside to be a weapon.
Foul going to be called on Texas, and that will be called on Mason.
And I like that play by Law because Pompey is not a threat. Kavalauskas was away from the basket, so he took it upon himself to get to the lane.
Mace picked up his third foul. Augustine gets instructions from the head coach and comes back out and hollers to his team as Long gets the first one to go down.
Now you know the stat, Ron. 85% from the line in the last 4 minutes in overtime game.
Seckerman got it.
Did you think anything else?
No, absolutely not. 2-point game, 82-80 Texas. 2 minutes, 57 seconds left in our first overtime. Where Sloan got away with a reach in there. Augustine falling away, got it.
How about this guy? He's sort of the best supporting actor tonight.
25 points for him.
We might have to give him a Franny by the end of the year.
Law. Not there. Durant will get the rebound. And it's interesting. The crowd went silent when he shot it, folks. I mean silent. And then it was like, wow, he is human.
Now this becomes a possession game for Texas. The clock is somewhat your friend right now with a 4-point lead.
Augustine against Sloan. Here's Durant, and Durant fouled on the way to the hoop with the runner. He'll go to the line for a couple. Pompey with his fourth.
Texas A&M, such a good team defense, really good scouting reports. They take your plays away, but it's really hard to take away in a situation where you've got a one-on-one advantage, and that's what you have most nights if you're Rick Barnes with Augustine.
Or to see the feats of some of these youngsters and realize this time last year they were getting ready for state tournaments in their respective states, and to see them here tonight before 16,755 performing the way they are, simply incredible.
That's why I don't buy the argument that the player of the year in the Big 12 is it the most valuable player on a team or the best player in the conference, because you could make the argument that Kevin Durant, leading 4 freshmen, is every bit as valuable as how valuable AC Law has been to the Aggies. It's not just the best player.
And you know, you look at the way the leadership on these teams has gone, and with the youth of Texas, it had to be a very young guy to step up, as we have a lane violation against number 5, Damian James, so he raced that last one. It's a 5-point lead. But the point I was going to make, AC Law clearly the leader for the Aggies, but a freshman in Durant. You saw him walk up and give a pat on the back of the head to Ashley after he missed and put up an air ball, and Durant will come down with the rebound.
I don't think you have to foul yet if you're the Aggies. You've got another possession if you're down 5. Still plenty of time. You need 2 stops and 2 scores.
A minute and a half left in overtime.
This guy's leadership's been pretty good too, Ron.
Well, it has been. No, you're exactly right. Augustine spin move, too hard, and Damian James with the follow. The night that he will remember for a long time, because every time he scores, it's a new career high. Kavalauskas for 3. He got it.
That?
So let's take a timeout. Unbelievable. 87-83, Texas on top. Kavalauskas with a 3. Wow.
You want a close, clean shave, you need a razor blade and hot lather. If you want comfort and convenience, you need an electric shaver. But if you want close and convenient, you need the Microforce. Introducing the world's first micro shaver that combines the closeness of a blade with the convenience of an electric. Use it wet or dry for the closest and most comfortable shave ever. Micro technology makes it smaller than a credit card, but gives it twice the shaving surface of a conventional blade and twice the power of a bulky old electric. That means you get a closer, cleaner, more comfortable shave in half the time. Plus, it's completely waterproof. So you get the closeness of a wet shave with the convenience and comfort of an electric. Now, we don't suggest shaving underwater, but we did it to prove how well Microforce works and how smooth this shave is. And Microforce is rechargeable and holds its charge up to 10 times longer than standard battery shavers. Extremely compact, so it's easy to be perfectly groomed wherever you go. So if you're using a blade to get a close shave or an electric because they're convenient, now you can have the best of both worlds and get the best shave ever with Microforce, a $40 value for only $19.99. As an added bonus, you'll also receive our deluxe grooming kit. It contains every grooming tool you need to always look your best. A $20 value, yours free. Just pay processing, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. If you don't agree Microforce gives you your best shave ever, simply return it for a full refund. But keep the grooming kit as our gift. That's right, you get the Microforce Wet and Dry Rechargeable Razor, our deluxe grooming kit, and our 60-day best shave ever guarantee. An incredible $60 value, all for only $19.99. But you have to call.
Kabalaskas has kept the Aggies closer.
And this guy, Damian James, very opportunistic, Ron. They don't run any plays for him, so he's gotten his 22 points off of grit and determination. And there's plenty of that to go around in this building tonight between these two teams.
Damian James, his previous high was 15 against Colorado. He's got 22 points tonight. Durant with 25, Augustine with 25. And for the Aggies, the individual scoring is Law with 25. And, of course, that gigantic three to send us to overtime. Carter with 17 and 13 points for Kabalaskas.
There you see the numbers. Young man who signed with Oklahoma was let out of his letter of intent when Kelvin Sampson went to Indiana. And by the way, Scotty Reynolds from Villanova also signed at Oklahoma, had 40 tonight. Talk about freshman guards. Now this is right in that period, Ron, where you can either not foul or foul. If they can foul Mason or James, I think they will.
Durant.
He'd be a good guy to foul right now.
Well, they go back to Durant, almost threw it out of bounds. Augustine will get it across the timeline and then reset. Under a minute to play. Step through, step back, and the ball on the floor taken away by AC Law, and he will score it.
Good play by the trap without fouling. Excellent job by Sloan and Kirk. You don't have to foul now.
The ball is tipped, and Mason will take it away.
See, they don't have to foul.
But he's the guy you want to foul.
I'm okay with that. But there was time. This was an excellent trap, Ron. Watch this now. You'll see Augustine pick the ball up, probably in the worst place in the court. But watch, they're reaching, but they're not reaching in. And if it wasn't a foul, it could have been an offensive foul, but heads up by Law.
Abrams had just come around to try to help out his teammate, but he was stepping back the other direction when that happened. Joseph Jones, as we told you, with 4:27 showing on the clock, he's going to have to watch his mates. He fouled out in the first minute of the overtime here as Mason misses the first one.
56% foul shooter. The reason I thought they might not foul is there was a 7-second difference, but this has turned out to be very judicious.
Second one, and he rattles that one home.
First point of the night for Mason, Ron.
Yep.
All right, get the handcuffs out, put them on AC Law.
3-point lead, Texas. 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's Law,
no, he
did it again.
No, he didn't. One timeout.
Augustine brings it back out to James.
You need the last shot, Texas.
James gets it back to Augustine. 14 seconds. Kabalaskas steps in front. Over to Abrams. 8 seconds. Down to 6. The runner too short. Durant comes away. Sloan has it for A&M. Shot of the way. Missed it.
Too early. He didn't look up at the clock, Ron. And that's what Billy Gillespie is telling him. Freshman, you need to look up at the clock. He shot the ball from half court with 4 seconds. You know, we always say 4 seconds, 4 dribbles. That's why I instituted that rule when I was coaching. He shot it too soon.
Are you one of the millions of people struggling to learn a new language? Well, thanks to our breakthrough software called Rosetta Stone, learning a new language is now incredibly easy and a whole lot faster.
I've probably learned more in the first 2 weeks than I have in months of taking formal classes.
Rosetta Stone is so fast and effective, it's used by the U.S. State Department, NASA, the U.S. Army, and Fortune 500 companies, and is the world's leading language learning software.
It's almost like having your own person there teaching you, your own private tutor who is just very relaxed in your home with you, sitting there teaching you the language.
Rosetta Stone is the fastest way to learn a new language, and to prove it, we'll send you our amazing demos.
Sitting here 16,755 strong to see the second overtime.
And remember, Jones and Carter fouled out, which seemed to be a long time ago. It's been pretty quiet, Ron, because it's been Augustine's show.
Abrams.
Remember that triangle or two much of the second half. They took away Abrams. He's quietly has 14 now.
Law. And it's going to be Mason with his fourth foul. This is Law at the end of regulation.
Well, just add these to the whole package of highlights and big shots by this senior from Dallas, Brian Adams.
Now at the end of overtime, or you can see 27 seconds on the clock. The guy has been amazing now. He has been amazing. Mason will come out having picked up his fourth foul. Ashley will check back into the ball game.
You know, they have these mock NBA draft boards, and I'm laughing each week. He keeps moving up the draft board by these draft nicks, and I'm thinking, what have you been watching for the last year?
Got them both.
He's near 90% in the last 4 minutes of games.
1 point ball game. Texas on top, 4:26 left in the second overtime.
Triangle and two again. Now it's on Abrams and it's on Durant. That's what I like about Billy Gillespie. He's a gambler.
Abrams on the run. He's got the first 5 points in the second overtime.
What they didn't do in the second half versus that defense, they did there. They screened to get Abrams open.
Law. Nope, not there. Pompey battles for it. Brought down by Augustine.
You're going to stay in that defense. Going to show it to you right here.
Damian James.
Pompey has 4. Kavalauskas 3 fouls.
Actually, with the screen out high, shot clock is at 7, down to 6. Abrams, that's well off. Kavalauskas will gather that one. The air ball did not even draw iron.
Good possession right there by the Aggies. They forced a tough shot by Abrams.
Kavalauskas, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Law along the baseline. Gives it back to his teammate. Sloan looks up. 3 seconds. Down to 2. Kavalauskas for 3, and he got it.
No surprise. Heads up play by the freshman Sloan.
Tied again at 93. 2:26, now 2:25.
See, I think Augustine's fatigued a little bit, Ron. But he still has to take over the game because he's the only guy that can create off the dribble.
Moxley comes out high. The runner, Augustine, missed it. The tip, James wouldn't go. Knocked out of bounds by Texas. It'll be A&M basketball.
They got the shot they wanted. Augustine got to the rim, shot it soft, and I think James now sucking a little wind because he hadn't missed many of those tonight.
16 ties and 8 lead changes. We're in the second overtime. Aggies with the ball, just under 2 minutes to play.
This is a mismatch right now. James is tired, and he's guarding Law. If I'm Rick Barnes right now, I shrink my defense.
Long out on the wing. Kavalauskas for 2. Not there. Tip back out. Abrams will gather it for Texas.
Kavalauskas tried to kick his leg out, pick up a cheap foul. That's a heads-up play. I've been watching some tape of these guys, Ron. They're good.
Durant along the baseline, and that's going to be Kirk with a hold.
Young guy from Vilnius, Lithuania, the home of guys like Marciulionis and Arvydas Sabonis. That was his hero, Sabonis. Clock running down, little contact in the lane, but you still got to make the shot.
Durant puts the Longhorns back on top. 26 points for him. Second one on the way. 2-point lead, Longhorns. About to go under 1 minute to play. Second overtime.
Texas A&M is very fatigued.
AC Law.
Kavalauskas didn't want to shoot the third straight three, but that's not his game, even though he's 1 for 2.
Kavalauskas takes a three. He didn't even draw iron on that one.
Ron, he didn't want to take that shot, I'm telling you.
Boy.
What's happened is Texas has really packed their defense in to guard against the penetration, and Law had to kick it out. And Law was telling him, shoot the ball with confidence.
So it looks like Pompey is going to stay in the ball game, but he is holding that wrist.
How about Law getting a break? Now that means they're probably going to foul. Oh boy.
Stolen.
See, now they don't have Law out there, Ron, and they're down 2. And they have 1 timeout. Yep, there it is.
Billy Gillespie calls a timeout. We got 12 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. 28 on the shot clock. When we come back, it is 95 Texas, 93 Texas A&M. Second overtime. The ball, and on the turnover, there's 28 seconds on the shot clock. Billy Gillespie hopped up and used that timeout.
In the last game in College Station, Rick Barnes played 1 possession of boxing 1 on Law. I don't know if he would do it here, but let's take a look at it. It's going to be man.
And of course, all eyes in the building are on number 1. AC Law.
Post up.
Bounce from inside to Law. They come over with a quick double team on him. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He'll take it to the hoop and blocked by Mason.
Trying to foul him. Oh.
Durant says, I'm going to hold on to it. Kavalauskas picks up the foul.
Well, Texas A&M did everything they needed to do. The shot wouldn't go down. Good set play. They got the isolation. And Damian James, Ron, with the block shot.
substitution.
He misses.
Okay. Rick Barnes has 2 timeouts. If they make this, look for him to call one to set up his defense. The Aggies have none.
Deep breath, bends the knees. This one is good. So timeout called by Texas. It's a 3-point Longhorn lead, and you have to say it's law time again. I mean, the guy has been incredible.
Maybe against the law the way he's playing. He came into this game as a guy with a penchant for making big shots. That was the one in regulation to tie it. And in the first overtime, he does it again. This is not deja vu. 8 or 9 times now in the last year. Now, do you think Rick Barnes will foul? This is the question you have to ask, because do you allow AC Law to tie it again? I don't think they're going to foul, Ron. The way A&M rebounds the ball, I think they're just going to play it straight up and switch. And as tired as AC Law is, I think they're going to make him beat them.
Here you see the numbers, 32, 9 of 9 at the free throw line for Law. Durant, 28 points, 16 rebounds. John Higgins, our referee tonight, Larry Rose and Mike Wood, the 2 umpires. And they've done a good job of keeping this game in order. And in fact, Larry Rose ran over here when the second overtime started and said, "You guys are enjoying this. We're getting tired." Logan Lee has checked into the lineup, number 20.
Pretty good shooter. He made a 3 versus Texas in College Station.
Sloan, he's going to dish it off. Kevin Oscars will score.
Quick 2.
The quick 2 with 5.3 seconds left.
Now you've got to foul immediately if you don't steal it.
Boy, a dangerous inbounds pass. You got to put some mustard on the ball.
You remember earlier I said that during the season, that's sort of been their escape hatch, if you will. Just throw the ball up to Durant. But it is dangerous if you don't put enough helium on it. Totally agree with you.
So Kirk is fouled out. One-point game. The decision now being made as to who is going to be substituted into the ball game. It looks like Lee will stay.
Here's the situation as far as what do you do if you're Rick Barnes. If Durant makes 3, there's a strong possibility he will foul before Law can get the shot up. But if A&M only needs 2 points, Ron, remember that whoever has the ball, particularly the guards, can get length of the floor in 5 dribbles, and it should take about 4 seconds. Mule backs in, who's also a good shooter.
Number 32 checks into the lineup for Texas A&M. Durant got the first one.
Rick Barnes has another timeout, Ron.
Second 3-point lead, Texas. 5 seconds on the clock in the second overtime. Here comes Law. Everybody is scrambling for him, and they do foul him.
I'm going to tell you now,
foul him.
That is close to being an intentional foul. And by rule, Billy Gillespie may get teed up here. That's a hard call to make in that situation. But by rule, you can't reach out and grab the offensive player. Now you say, would they really end the game on that? Probably not. Hank Nichols, who does a great job with the officiating, he'll probably take a look at that for next year's officiating clinic and That's very close to being an intentional foul and almost a dumb play. How many times have we seen a guy grab a jersey throughout the season and call it? Watch. See that? Oh, boy, I'd have called that. If you're going to foul, you must foul intelligently.
So Abrams comes out of the ball game. 1.4 seconds remaining. Law at the line.
Okay, if you watched before, you remember the inbounds play we diagrammed. They're going to screen across inside and look for a tip. Keep your eye on the big guys in the maroon jerseys.
Hard.
Here it is.
The ball. They got a shot away. It is over. Double overtime. Texas wins it by 2, 98-96.
Watch the missed free throw, Ron. AC Law threw it right off the rim. Watch how smart this is. Before everybody's set up, it does hit the rim, and they get 2 shots at it. You can't ask for any more than that.
For Fran Frischella,